Hey lovelies, Ingrid Anna here. As you know, most of you know, I'm out with Charlie. I don't know if you can see her, having a beautiful walk before I teach a strategic strategy packaging class with a few new girls in High-End Empire. I'm doing an extra class to really just take them through exactly what they need to do to start selling more, expanding more, sharing more, teaching more, serving more deeply. And a divine friend and colleague of mine, Mark David, asked a question about diets and needing to control and what's my experience with diets. And I have a program with Mark David. He's an amazing man if you don't know him. He's the founder of Psychology of Eating. He's a New York Times bestselling author. And we created a digital program, which is incredible, called Body Love Diet, based on his work and my work. And diet for me stands for daily intuitive energy transformation, right? So I learned a long time ago how to use my mind and my energy and my emotions to shape shift my body. And daily emotional energy transformation, hey gorgeous ones, really is about how to stimulate the parasympathetic parasympathetic, I can't even say it, relaxation response, how to get out of fight and flight, how to release emotion to literally not only shape shift your life, but your body, the hormones in your body, your digestive power. Often when we look at the body, we're in fight and flight, we're in constriction, and it shuts down metabolism because the body is trying to protect itself. So when I had a chronic eating disorder, I had to actually first start with really forgiving myself and honoring my body instead of bashing myself up and trying to tame myself, calorie count, weigh myself, count calories. Oh my God, what a joke. I had to start by really honoring my body and that it was doing its best to really keep me alive, and that my body wasn't something, and I wasn't a woman who needed to be controlled, who needed to be fixed, who needed to be manipulated so that my body would behave itself. So I see today how that also really relates to my relationship with my marriage, who I am as a woman, as a mother, as a business owner. Constantly, really, I want to be wild and free. I want to live on my own terms. And if we look at how we all are, but women in particular, are taught how to treat ourselves, no wonder there's this feeling of constriction and shutdown and illness and sickness, because it's like we're trying to control. We're trying to make things happen. We're berating ourselves instead of honoring ourselves into submission, into the perfect view of what we think we should look like, be like, how we make money, how we live our lives, how we serve our clients, how we show up for our partners, how much we show up, how much we don't, and in terms of learning how to really, well, sometimes we don't show up for ourselves enough. We show up very much for everybody else, but often not enough for ourselves. Even today, I'm making sure that I've taken the time for me so that I can serve more fully and more richly. And I don't need a diet. I don't need the scales. I don't need to calorie count. I don't need to follow some worn out patriarchal system of doing business in order for me to feel safe. I want to be wild. I want to be untamed. I want to be fiercely, organically me. And my measurement doesn't come from what the scales say, and my measurement doesn't actually come from even what's in my bank account. Even though I teach women how to make more money so that we can be have sustaining lives, sustaining businesses, if you look at it, it all comes from the same point. It comes from a divine feeling of nourishment and overflow, so that we're not burnt out, so we're not in fight and flight, so we're not in constant overgiving, because it just shuts us down. But I just want to invite you to think about, what's the untamed, free version of you? How are you communicating? How are you showing up on live streams? How are you showing up with your clients? How are you setting boundaries in your life? How are you in your partnerships? How are you as a mum when you're untamed and free and truly yourself from a deep place of self-love? And when I found that we're not encouraged enough, whether you're a male or a woman, to really honor the truth of who we are. And so we go into this control of trying to make ourselves better rather than really just remembering the truth of who we are, which is always the holy divine. And in that place, we go into a more relaxed state. We begin to cultivate this sense of deep peace and honoring, where you no longer need to control. You need to unleash. You need to be truthful. You need to be honoring of yourself. And in that divine contract and that divine commitment, everything begins to flow. So I'm sending you lashings of love. I want to see the wild, untamed, divine and sacred, empowered, unrestricted version of you. I think we could all be inspired by each other as we take a stance for that. And it can feel really awkward at first, but it's also deeply healing and liberating. You'll never go back. You'll never go back to control and confinement. Anyway, I've got this class to teach. I'm having my own time. I've moved my classes an hour later so that I can have more sacred space for myself. This is the first time in a long time after becoming a mama that I have allowed myself or given myself more time, and it makes me better, it makes me richer, it makes me more full. And so I'm just giving you all, guys, if you need it, a little bit more permission to really look at how you're shaping your life, because you're the CEO diva. You're the minx of your destiny. Own it, chart it out. What's going to be really nourishing for you? Everything in my life and my business that's not really nourishing right now is going. It's going. And you know what? It feels good. But that comes from a really divine, sacred decision to honor yourself. Be untamed, be free. You're enough. You're more than enough. Just who you are. I often tell my clients, who you are is enough. You just show that. It's the veil, it's the self-hatred, it's that not enoughness, it's the picking, the addiction with perfection. I'm not born to be perfect. I'm born to be an empowered person, an empowered woman. And you know, it's really interesting. I used to work in advertising and entertainment, and I have a lot of friends in the entertainment business in Hollywood, and I'm starting to draw in these beautiful connections again with these beautiful men. I used to pitch TV and sell TV to major sponsors, and anyway, I have these two divine friends of mine that I'm catching up with and coming to teach in New York for the whole of September, running my Boss Diva retreat and a 3-day immersion. And I'm heading to Disneyland with my family and then to Hollywood for a few days. And I cannot wait to catch up with these men. One of them has just hopped online. And I don't think men skip this turn. I was thinking about the rise of the divine feminine, and that's for men as well. Men, I don't feel, sometimes get enough support, and they don't understand that just working on the physical is not enough. It has to be a deeply beautiful, emotional, loving experience. We all need more love. We all need more nurturing. Don't go it alone. Get support. Someone asked me a question today, you know, Ingrid, when did you wake up? When did you wake up and have this big epiphany? Well, I've had many epiphanies that brought me to my hands and knees. I've spoken about my chronic illnesses, my chronic anxiety that I had years ago, and that taught me to really learn how to be my own father, mother, lover, champion. And I started praying, and I never got up from that position. But really, my awakening happens every single day. The job is never done. I'm always wanting to awaken to a deeper part of my own power. I always want to look at myself and go, what do I need to heal here? What do I need to release? And I don't find it a chore. I run towards it, because every time I do, my heart expands, my life opens up. I grow. I want to grow as a human being. So I'm not afraid of it, because when we get stuck and restrictive and we isolate ourselves, we try to control, we try to do it all on our own, That's hard, man. That's brutal. So, guys, your emotion shapes your reality, your business, your life, your body, your digestive system, your blood, the hormones, the neurotransmitters in your brain. Everything is shaped through how you feel. Really remember that. Be really mindful. I'm sending you so much love. You're a beautiful, beautiful child of the divine. And I'm going to go and just spend some more time listening to my music, dancing with life, listening to where I need to expand, what I need to release, where I need to heal, where I need to let go more, surrender more, get more support. At the moment, I'm developing my organizational chart, looking at how many more people I need to hire so that I can stay in alignment, so I can be more free, so that I can ensure that I don't go into constriction and overwhelm. And it takes a team. Okay, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this post. Sending you so much love. Bye, guys. This way, Charlie, come here. Sorry, guys. I've got my velvet pants on today, walking around the streets. I'm hilarious. Bye, guys.